And I'd like to welcome you all to our travel edition of the Lunch Club, where today I will be taking you on a journey and discover Machu Picchu's Majesty. And thank you again all so much for coming on our session today. So again, we'll be discovering and learning more about the Machu Picchu culture. Again, hosted by Lou. He'll be coming on in just a few minutes as well. But thanks so much for coming on. I really look forward to learning more about Machu Picchu. So again, until Lou comes on, we're going to go ahead and watch some videos about Machu Picchu. We'll learn exactly where it is. But with Lou, but a general location we'll also cover in some of the videos. So just quickly going on our session. First up, when we talk about Machu Picchu, we have to think about the Inca Empire. So I hope you all enjoy, learn something new, and then if you have anything to share, please do so after the video. But this is the rise and fall of the Inca Empire.
It was the Western Hemisphere's largest empire ever, with a population of nearly 10 million subjects. Over an area of more than 900,000 square kilometers, its people built massive administrative centers, temples, and extensive road and canal systems. They did so in an inhospitable, extreme terrain, all without the use of wheels, horses, iron, or even written language. Yet within 100 years of its rise in the 15th century, the Inca Empire would be no more. According to legend, the ancestors of the Inca rulers were created by the sun god Inti, and they emerged from a cave called Tombo Toko. Leading 4 brothers and 4 sisters was Aya Manco, who carried a golden staff with instructions to find the place where it would sink into the ground, showing fertile soil. After many adventures and extensive searching, Aya Manco and his siblings reached the Cuzco Valley, where the staff pierced the ground. After fighting off the fierce local native population, they founded their capital, and Aya Manco became Manco Capac, the first Sapa Inca, or King of the Incas. Archaeological evidence suggests that the Incas first settled in this valley around 1200 CE. They remained a small kingdom until 1438, when they were nearly overrun by the neighboring Chankar tribe. The Inca king at this time, Viracocha, and his designated heir fled in fear, but one of his other sons remained and successfully rallied the city's defenses. For his military skill, he became the 9th Inca ruler, assuming the name of Pachacuti, or Cataclysm. Pachacuti expanded Inca rule throughout the Andes Mountains, transforming the kingdom into an empire through extensive reforms. The empire's territory was reorganized as Tawan Tinsuyu, or 4 quarters, with 4 divisions ruled by governors reporting to the king. Although the Inca had no writing, they used a complex system of knotted strings called quipu to record numbers and perhaps other information. A decimal-based bureaucracy enabled systematic and efficient taxation of the empire's subjects. In return, the empire provided security, infrastructure, and sustenance, with great storehouses containing necessities to be used when needed. Great terraces and irrigation works were built, and various crops were grown in at different altitudes to be transported all over the empire. And it was during Pachacuti's reign that the famous estate of Machu Picchu was constructed. Pachacuti's son, Topa Inca, continued the empire's military expansion, and he eventually became ruler in 1471 CE. By the end of his reign, the empire covered much of western South America. Topa's son, Huayna Capac, succeeded him in 1493, but the new ruler's distant military campaigns strained the social fabric, and in 1524, Huayna Capac was stricken by fever Spanish conquistadors had arrived in the Caribbean some time before, bringing diseases to which the native peoples had no resistance. Millions died in the outbreak, including Huayna Capac and his designated heir. The vacant throne ignited a civil war between two of the surviving brothers, Atahualpa and Huasca, greatly weakening the empire. In 1532, after finally winning the Inca Civil War, Atahualpa and his army encountered the European invaders. Although greatly outnumbered, Francisco Pizarro and his small group of conquistadors stunned the king's much larger force with guns and horses, neither of which they had seen before. Atahualpa was taken captive and killed about a year later. The Spanish conquerors were awed by the capital of Cuzco. Pizarro described it as so beautiful that it would be remarkable even in Spain. Though the capital had fallen and the native population had been destroyed by civil war and disease, some Incas fell back to a new capital at Vilcabamba and resisted for the next 40 years. But by 1572, the Spaniards had destroyed all remaining resistance, along with much of the Incas' physical and cultural legacy. Thus, the great Inca Empire fell even faster than it had risen. TED Ed is a non-profit. If you value our work and
Hope you all enjoyed and learned something new about the Inca Empire. Again, it didn't specifically mention Machu Picchu, but those are the peoples that created Machu Picchu. So any thoughts or anything that stuck out to you from the video, you all? Again, you can unmute yourself and share. And would love to hear from you all. I like the Kipu, the knots, that system. That was really interesting to me. Any thoughts?
Well, the Europeans brought with them diseases that they didn't have any cures for, and it killed a lot of people over there. And that was partially the fall of the Inca Empire. That was the reason. One of the reasons. The diseases and the Civil War.
Yeah, a whole new people brings, like, just like, new animals or new species can either cause, growth or benefit or really harm the location that they're in. So that's, it seems like history is kind of repeating itself with that, where people see new things or visit new places and bring, their different things with them, one of them including those diseases. So that really had a toll, even back then,
Alex, Machu Picchu used to be on my bucket list for many years. And of course, I've modified my bucket list so it's no longer on there. It's a place I've always wanted to go from, like I say, some years ago. I had a couple of friends who visited and have some Peruvian friends as well. But so it's a very interesting place from all indications that I know of. But the Europeans took diseases everywhere. I ain't know where they didn't take diseases. Everywhere they took diseases.
As we've seen, we've been doing this quite a while. So this is not the first time we've seen that.
No, sir, not at all.
That goes for just discovery, that's why it's such a miracle. We're here in 2024, always think about it every day.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Again, you don't have to raise your hands, just you can unmute yourself and share. And any other thoughts on this video before our next section? Any other thoughts? Okay.
Okay, this is Wilmatine. Hi, everyone. I enjoyed that little message coming from the people that are the Inca Empire. It just let me know, it helped me to understand how the Indians in America, when Columbus came and brought over all that diseases and killed out the Indians, you know. Some of them died with that disease, the smallpox, remember? Anyone?
Yes.
Yeah. And so we've been fighting all kinds of germs and from everybody, really, from every century on this earth.
Yeah. So that's why,
Yeah.
again, we're here. We have, you know, our
Yes,
healthcare
indeed. So
system.
it's a miracle to be alive. It really is.
All of that. So, you know, it's good to look at what came before us so we can,
Yeah.
you know, not have
Especially
history
after
repeat
COVID.
itself. Oh,
After
yeah.
COVID, we really got to thank our miracle worker for saving us.
Right, right. But, you know, that's why in our history we've experienced those before. So with modern technology and information, you know, it could have been worse. So, you know, it was pretty bad, you know, in 2020, but it could have been worse. So again, we're still here. We made it, and that's why it's so important for us to look at our past so we can learn from it.
Right. That was a strong. They were strong people, though. They were strong.
Yeah.
The generations kept coming back, even though they would kill off some of them. One of the brothers would come back and build up the, you know, build up the, I guess, what could I say? Build up the country and all.
Yeah. So it's in Peru. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. So let's go ahead and read just some more about Machu Picchu. So this is from history.com, you know, the History Channel. So here's just some information we're going to read together. Tucked away in the rocky countryside northwest of Cusco, Peru, Machu Picchu is believed to have been a royal estate or a sacred religious site for Inca leaders, whose civilization was virtually wiped out by Spanish invaders in the 16th century for hundreds of years until the American archaeologist Hiram Bingham stumbled upon it in 1911. The abandoned citadel's existence was a secret known only to peasants living in the region. The site stretches over an impressive 5-mile distance, featuring more than 3,000 stone steps that link its many different levels. Today, hundreds of thousands of people tramp through Machu Picchu every year, braving crowds and landslides to see the sunset over its towering stone monuments and marvel at the mysterious splendor of one of the world's most famous man-made wonders. Historians believe Machu Picchu was built at the height of the Inca Empire. That's why we watched the video before, which dominated Western South America in the 15th and 16th centuries. So 1500s. It was abandoned an estimated 100 years after its construction, probably around the time the Spanish began their conquest of the mighty pre-Columbian civilization in the 1530s. There is no evidence that they ever attacked or even reached the citadel. However, for this reason, some have suggested the desertion occurred because of a smallpox epidemic. Wow. So no one really knows. Did you know Machu Picchu is made of more than 150 buildings, ranging from baths and houses to temples and sanctuaries? Many modern-day archaeologists now believe that Machu Picchu served as a royal estate for Inca empires and nobles. Others have theorized it was a religious site, pointing to its proximity to mountains and other features that the Incas held sacred. Interesting. Dozens of alternate hypotheses have cropped up in the years since Machu Picchu was first unveiled, with scholars variously interpreting as a prison, a trade hub, a station for testing new crops, a women's retreat, or a city devoted to the coronation of kings, among many examples. Wow. So they really don't know what it was for specifically. They can only just think about it. How interesting. What do you all think of that? Any comments?
Well, you know what, Alex? I think it's, how did they get those stones up in that mountain? I mean, they said they didn't read or weren't literate. So you think they might have had help with the extraterrestrial? Right?
You know, some things, you know, when people just thought of doing it and they ended up doing it. They just had I don't know, some kind of thinking or intelligence. It's just, you know, amazing to think about that these people actually created these things, or all the statues and, you know, all these things that we talk about is someone just had the thought to create it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
or a
to
vision,
get them
some
up the
vision.
mountain, to get those
Yeah,
stones
yeah.
up that mountain. And
Mm-hmm.
they're
Yes,
placed strategically, they're locked together. So
yes.
they had
Right.
to have some help from somewhere out there.
See, there you go,
Wait.
Miss Brenda. There you go. Brenda Mac, there you go.
They had to.
Color
They had
folks
Right.
can't build nothing like that. The pyramids, the
Right.
Machu
I was about
Picchu,
to say the
right.
pyramid.
Built
we
it
Right.
like
always got to
Them,
have some extra help, don't we? There you
got
go.
to.
And
right.
you know
Give
where
them
that help
example.
come from. You know where the help come from.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that help.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So look at this. It says her in 1911, so what is that? 113 years ago, American archaeologist Bingham arrived in Peru with a small team of explorers hoping to find Vilcabamba, the last Inca stronghold to fall to the Spanish. Traveling on foot and by mule, Bingham and his team made their way from Cusco into the Urubamba Valley, where a local farmer told them of some ruins located at the top of a nearby mountain. The
Mm.
farmer called the mountain Machu Picchu, which translates to Old Peak in the native Quechua language. On July 24th, wow, so that's like a tough climb to the mountain's ridge in cold and drizzly weather. Bingham met a small group of peasants who showed him the rest of the way. Led by an 11-year-old boy, Bingham got his first glimpse of the intricate network of stone terraces marking the entrance to Machu Picchu. His book, The Lost City of the Incas, sending hordes of eager tourists flocking to Peru to follow in his footsteps up the formerly obscure Inca Trail. Excavated artifacts took them the Yale custody dispute that lasted nearly 100 years. It was not until the Peruvian government filed a lawsuit and lobbied Obama for the return of the items that Yale
Right.
agreed to complete their repatriation. Oh, did not hear about that. That's really interesting. Although he is credited with making Machu Picchu known to the world, indeed, the highway tour buses used to reach there his name is not certain that Bingham was the first outsider to visit it. So he may not even been the first one, as we know. There's evidence that missionaries and other explorers reached the site during the 19th and early 20th centuries, but were simply less vocal about what they uncovered there. That makes sense. There's walls, terraces, stairways, ramps blend seamlessly into its natural setting. Just reading through. Central buildings are prime examples of a masonry technique mastered by the Incas in which stones were cut to fit together without mortar. Someone was really, really smart. Sectors, farm zone. Machu Picchu today has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since '83 and one of the new 7 wonders of the world in 2007. I knew that it was, I didn't know what year, so that's really interesting. Machu Picchu, Peru's most visited attraction, South America's most famous ruins, hundreds of thousands of people. Of course, the tourism, environmental degradation, the government has taken steps to protect the ruins and prevent erosion of the mountainside in recent years. I'm not mad at that. It's a wonder of the world. You gotta, make it great. Keep it together. Look at this. The ancient city of Machu Picchu, often shrouded in fog. Let me go into this picture. I wish I could zoom in a little bit. There you go. Look at that. Doesn't it look amazing? These steps.
Yeah.
Look at the staircase on the left, right? It just looks so even. Let's look at another picture. Central buildings.
Look at the stone.
Yeah. Masonry technique mastered by the Incas in which stones were cut to fit together without mortar. These precisely crafted walls have made the buildings relatively resistant to the ravages of weather and earthquakes.
And not cement. No cement it is.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yes.
It's just how do they figure out this small piece goes there, this medium-sized piece goes there? They got this big piece right here. Why did they choose it right there? And it looks smaller right here on the right-hand side. So just looking at these pictures, wow. A city with both Inca and Spanish roots, Cusco lies high on the Andes. I'm thinking of Emperor's New Groove, that name. Situated about 70 miles southeast of Machu Picchu, has become a popular rest stop for tourists. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, look at
Yes, that
the
is.
fountain, the building, you know.
Mhm.
Look at the left right here, the side with this the greenery and the other buildings and this beautiful fountain. I mean, mm, you may need to put it back on your list, Mr. Harold. Here's another group of hikers makes their way towards Machu Picchu. The 4 days, goodness gracious, 4 day trek to the ruins from Cusco follows the Inca Trail along the Urubamba River, as we read about. Look at that. Let me zoom in. Doesn't that look amazing?
Yep.
Look at that. Look at what's a little house or a little some shed back there or something.
Mhm.
Look at it. Isn't it so green though? I mean,
Yes.
it just
Hmm.
who made the trail? Like who made this, you know, it's like white, you know, it looks nice. I'd want to step on that trail. Let's go through some more pictures. Working their way up the high altitude route, hikers must cross over the Urubamba River along the Inca Trail. Machu Picchu is Peru's most visited location, attracting hundreds of thousands of people a year. Look at this bridge.
Mhm.
Would you all want to cross it?
No,
I
no.
don't want to cross it.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. I mean, but look at this. Look at the just the way it's built. You see why does the bridge, why is there the one board is a little shorter, you know, and
Yes.
that like you notice that, right, you all? And
Uh-huh.
then
Mhm.
look at that right here. Multi-day hike. There is a train that takes passengers up to the mountain terrain in only 4 hours. So there's
Mm.
even a
Oh,
train. So there you go. You can hike or train.
you
Wow.
can hike for 4 days and
Train
take
is
the
me.
train for 4 hours.
Four
Yeah, I take
hours.
the train.
Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't, that's so interesting to learn. So I hope you all enjoyed this article. It was quite interesting to learn about Machu Picchu. Hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah.
Hey Lou,
Hey,
how's it
I'm
going?
sorry I missed that. I wanted to learn about Machu Picchu, but I'll catch it on the video. Um,
Okay. Yes, Lou, did you I can still control the deck, but do you I didn't go over the beginning part, but do you want to
would you tell me what you tell me, Alex? I don't know what you
mhm,
covered. Sorry,
okay.
folks. I was on an accounting call with our payroll people,
It's
and
okay.
our team would not be happy if I didn't get that figured out.
Oh, thank you, Lou. So, again, we just watched we watched this video. We learned about the Inca because we know that the Inca built Machu Picchu. And then we just looked at this article. So we learned about the person that discovered it in 1911. And we just looked at those pictures and the beautiful, you know, masonry techniques. So those are the two things that we covered. But
Well,
um,
you want me to take it from the beginning then, Alexander? You
uh,
tell me you can tell
yeah.
me what to
So,
skip.
but just real quick, what do you have any experiences with Machu Picchu, Lou?
Only
Any
that
experiences?
only that I wanted to go when I was a younger man, but my arthritis would not let me go there now.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Well, we're all
See.
learning about it together. So we've already learned a lot so far. So we're gonna go.
Understood, Lou.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're gonna go into the flights. So let's do this together, Lou. So it's
All right.
actually you see the dates I chose January because if you want to do the same month, it's like $1,000 round trip. So if you
Woo.
plan a month in advance, look at the prices now. So for a week trip from DC to Machu Picchu, you have these three options right here. So look, 685 round trip. That's not bad at all, right? To go to Peru,
Mhm.
basically.
Mhm.
So look, Lou, this one takes you from BWI to ATL, and you have a 2 hour layover, and then you go to Jorge Chavez International Airport, LIM. Hmm. And then you take
Yeah,
it's
that's good. That's
Lima,
Lima.
basically.
Yeah, Lima. Yep.
Hmm. So that's a 2.5 hour layover. You know, if you could see something, that would be great. And it's just an hour flight to Cusco
Cusco. Yeah.
that we just talked about. So
And look, it's in an Airbus A319. I thought you'd be in a little prop plane, but that's a big plane.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's that option. Look at this one. This one, same, just different times for this one. So you could choose a different time. But look, this one is 685. This, yep, 685. So it just depends on when you want to leave out.
So
And
what,
look at this one.
one thing I should share with folks is that usually when I fly to some of these remote countries, I mean, Peru is semi-remote. I'll look at the most distant locations I'm going to. So this is going to Cusco, and you can see, look at the flight. I try to look at the carrier and the equipment, because I don't want them putting me on some piece of garbage. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody was flying a
Look,
767. Those are pretty old planes. An Airbus 320 Neo, that's new.
yeah, but
Uh,
look at the layover. It's a 12-hour layover in Bogota. So that's an overnight layover. So that way you could travel um, or in there. That's like a free trip right there, right, Lou?
yeah, that's Colombia, right? Stock
Mm-hmm.
up.
Colombia,
Bogota.
El Dorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So and then so it's a 5-hour trip, then it's an 8-hour trip for just on
It,
flight, but with the
it,
overnight layover.
there's one before that. It looks like they were flying a 767. You were on that
Yep,
one.
yep, yeah. It's this one
What
right
was
here
that?
from ATL to Lima.
Yeah, so Hartsfield to, so I mean that's a bit of an older plane. This Avianca, you might, it's sometimes a good idea to check the safety record of airlines. Avianca had a series of crashes uh,
oh,
about 20 years ago. Yeah, I think they cleaned
uh-huh.
up their act. We
Okay.
flew into we adopted our daughter from Siberia, and my wife, I trusted my wife. I would never let her plan a trip ever again after that. I love her to death. She will never plan another trip after
Oh
that
my
trip.
goodness.
I didn't even check. She booked us on Siberia Airlines. I think I told you guys this story, and that plane looked like it was put together by a school kid. There was not one piece of aluminum riveted on that plane that was the same size of that was in a straight line. Not one.
Oh my
And
goodness.
and I told you there was a drunken brawl on the plane.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was in there, and you go in the bathroom, and it was like an outhouse. There was a pile of you know what, like 2 foot tall in
Oh
the
my goodness.
Oh,
in the
oh.
in the plane bathroom. I
Oh
couldn't.
wow. But, right, but look,
Hey,
on
hey,
Google
hey, Lou,
Flights
was
you
that
can
your
see.
ultimate nightmare?
I was so afraid on that plane. I don't like flying, and yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but check out the dates. You can check out the dates of flight. So again, this deal that we're getting is pretty good for January, and you can see the various different flights. So if you go a little sooner, like to December, you can, or January even beginning, you can see the flights get more and more expensive. So if you're flying out this week or a last minute flight, it would be like $1,200. But look, it's if you plan just a month in advance for your trip, it's going to be about half of that. So definitely check out these different flights for Machu Picchu in a
Hmm.
moment. Yeah. And let's see. It is in Peru. So Lou, we're going to go from Dackle right here. And the great thing is, even sometimes you can still just type in wherever you want to go here in the search bar. You could do that if you don't want to go through the whole trip. So again, you can do this on your iPad as well. You can just type in Machu Picchu, Peru, and you can see the location. It's right here. So if I zoom out, you can see where it is. It's in Peru. And this is DC. So I think they went from DC to Atlanta,
Atlanta.
right,
Yep.
Lou? And
Yep.
then where did they go? They
Atlanta
went
to
to,
Lima.
and where is Lima?
In Peru. So it's the
In
capital of
Peru.
Peru.
Yeah,
So keep going down a little farther.
yep,
There it
right
is.
here. Yep, there's
Okay.
Lima. Uh-huh.
Yeah, on the coast.
It must be beautiful right there. We did take a trip to Peru. It was
Oh,
like a
that's
few
right.
months
We did.
ago. We
That's right.
did. So, but from
And in
Lima, and then
Cusco.
yeah, we're gonna go to Cusco. So Cusco is right here. Here's Cusco, right here. Cusco. And look at that. You can see how populated this area is. And
Alex,
then
show us a street view of the streets of Cusco. I think that it's a beautiful city.
let's go in here.
Move that little blue
Yeah,
guy there.
sometimes it gets a little frozen. So there you go. Let's go right here. So give us a second. So
Oh,
here's Cusco. I mean, it looks beautiful. So just going through the streets. Look at these. I mean, it looks like
Cuba,
I mean, yeah. It looks like a modern
Mexico.
place. I mean this I can, if you told me this was DC, I would have been like, okay.
Yeah, me too.
But look, the street view, I mean, look at the buildings. Let's see. Let me expand. Right, the street view
Alex,
gets to
what
go
is the
through.
weather like?
I'm not sure. We're gonna be watching some more videos. But I mean, it looks like a beautiful place. Let's see. But look at these streets. What do you think, Lou? How does it look?
Yeah, it looks really nice. I thought it was more like a whitewashed city. Like do a satellite view. You know how to do that, right? You close out of that. There you go. And then on the lower left, click on that box. The little box is a satellite view. Because I thought it was like a white city. And zoom in or turn those blue lights off. I think if you just click outside the blue lines. Well, it doesn't look so white to me. I thought it was like one of those all whitewashed towns. I guess I'm wrong.
But I
Yeah.
mean, look, you see the little canal right here. I mean, it looks really beautiful. I mean, I love it. And then from Cusco, we get to Machu Picchu. Here you go, Santuario Histórico de Machu Picchu.
Ooh, I see a lot of walking there.
I know, right? Let's see if we can get a street view if we can. Oh, look, we just learned about the walls. So there's no like cement. There's no mortar in these walls, Lou.
That's
And
amazing.
and look how
Yeah.
well they look at the house right
Yeah.
here. I mean, isn't
Wow.
that amazing, you all? Look at these houses. There's not they're
That's
just
amazing.
look at the trail. I mean, just how they built everything, and we're seeing it up front right here. So
Wow.
look at that view. It's just beautiful.
Wow.
That's amazing. Look at
So
that. Oh
so
my
this
God.
is this was Google Street View. This was in August 2015 right here. So
Okay.
I hope you all like that.
That is beautiful.
So look at this rules for Machu Picchu. They change every year due to increasing number of tourists. These rules were created by the Peruvian government and DDC Ministry of Culture to protect the citadel for future generations. Well, look at that. How many tickets are available? Look at that, Lou. High season, 5,650 tickets. Low season, 4,600 tickets daily. So there's only a certain amount of people during it for each day.
How much is a ticket?
You'll see. So look at that. Rules. Maximum tourist groups are limited maximum 10 people per guide. So that's a rule. So tour guides are required, basically. That's interesting, right? Tour guides are required. Look at this, new rules. Look at that, Lou. Take a look at these.
Oh, I gotta check my
Prohibited.
my 12-inch knife at the gate.
Oh,
No
Look,
smoking. Look, no smoking.
yeah.
No
Cause this
smoking.
no
Can't carry
drones.
sharp weapons.
No drones either.
No drones.
Well, who
No
would wear heels on a mountain?
Hey,
And don't feed the animals.
Oh my
And
goodness.
you
But look at
can't
the object.
cause any disorder.
no. Look at that, objects. No tripods. No selfie sticks. No
No high
alcohol.
heels.
No
alcohol.
strollers.
No
No
alcohol.
strollers. I mean, you saw
No
how deep the canyon was. Bigger than 40.
No plastic bags.
No because they want to conserve or whatever the term is, the area, so we can't have plastic. That plastic will mess up not everything, but
right.
But look at this rules. Look at that. Read that, Lou. Check it out.
Every time I hike up and down Machu Picchu, it's 4 hours. For me, triple that. And then Picchu is 3 hours. Deadline for 1 p.m. admission is allowed only people over 12 years old. Machu Picchu is allowed. Oh, okay. Machu Picchu is allowed All right.
Yeah.
They need someone to check their spelling though on this one.
Yeah.
Every
Having an
official tour.
additional, yeah,
Okay.
mandatory. But for the Payunu Mountain, it's not mandatory.
Interesting. What is this high-end pet? What is that?
I'm,
High-end.
I'm not sure. I'll take a look at it and just they may mention it in the videos too. But it's all about rules preserving the past, following the circuits, recommend a reusable water bottle, photography etiquettes, silence speak volumes.
In other
Yep,
words, be quiet.
yeah, this is a place of reverence and contemplation. Keep,
Yeah.
serenity. New rules. Look at that. They have this whole graphic right here too. So the whole route is in this
Oh, that's
picture right
beautiful.
here, and it's in Spanish. I could read a little bit of it, but but look at that. New circuits, available spaces, and hours of entry. So they really have things packed down.
Alex, go back to that map. I think I saw something I didn't realize. Can you zoom in a little bit? Like it looks like they had to dig out to the right a little bit. To the right. Look at that. It looks. See those steps going up? Did they have?
Oh, yeah.
Did they have to dig out those ruins? Like were those? See how it looks like they almost excavated those out.
I mean, it looks perfect. I mean, they were very meticulous in how they did. So like I've seen the elevation in all the videos.
But I bet there's more under that dirt, that green grass. I bet there's more ruins under that dirt. They just haven't dug it out yet.
Right. Look, Sacred Rock, Condor, Main Gate, House of the Inca, water fountains. There are 16 water fountains in the urban area. Wow. So I mean, it's just
actually look. If you look at that green grass, you could sort of see that there's probably something under there. See that, like little squares? It looks like there's something under there. They just haven't dug it out yet.
Wow. Yeah. So just looking through, they have different circuits. How long can you stay? 3-hour stays. Most visitors don't take more than 3 hours. Wow. Tickets. There you go. So look at the ticket prices. Pretty good, right?
I don't see the
$60, $80. Student, child, no senior. They probably want to keep us out of there.
You must have an entry ticket, an official ID, and you must be accompanied by a tour guide. So you must have your passport with you. If you're a foreign student, you must value a ISIC card. I've never heard of an ISIC card. That's cool. If you're a Peruvian student, present your university card. Wow. Group must not. Yeah, there are some fines. Restrict visitors entry for life, or the not good things that you can do. No pets, no baby carriages, no selfie sticks,
no handicapped people,
no smoking. Oh yeah, no, you don't want to be causing a fire. Can't be causing a fire. No, that would be terrible. But look, that's I thought that website was quite interesting. I hope you all like that.
That was good. Yeah, good job on that. Yeah. I've always wanted to go there. I just waited too long.
Here's a similar website with some more information. We'll scan this too. It's already 12:45, you all. So, wow, time is just flying by when you're having fun. Look at these top sites in Machu Picchu. So take a look at these.
What is that one place that we still can't figure out what that was?
Something? Yeah. So
I never even heard that before.
So here's Inti Punku, cult of the sun god, because of the sun of the equinoxes comes out from this building.
Now, Alex, I had heard that the descendants of the people who built Machu Picchu, they're still there. Like they even speak the same language. What's that language called? Quechua or something. They still speak this. They still speak the original language.
Right. But we learned for the Inca Empire, they didn't have a written language. They had the Quipu language, with the knots that they utilized.
Yeah, the county.
Oh, yeah. How do you was that on your video earlier today?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just interesting again to look at these different top sites and how they have a meaning for each one. Some facts. More than 150 buildings throughout the citadel. Yep, we learned the UNESCO 1983, Seven Wonders 2007. And look at these facts right here. Stones were more than 50 pounds and no wheels were used to transport it.
Whoa.
Hey guys, it's nice not to lead the video. Guess what I just found out?
What?
That Quechua is still spoken by 8 to 10 million people in Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, and Argentina. And it was the main language of the Inca Empire.
Oh.
So this indigenous language survived into today. I don't know if that's true of any other indigenous language from the Americas. Are you all aware of that? Like one actually survived and has become a commonly spoken language? That's an amazing fact.
Yeah, written language, but spoken language, yep, that's a great distinction because some cultures have both and some have one or the other. So,
but most of these languages are extinct, though, Alex. That almost nobody speaks them anymore.
Most of them.
Yeah, that's a lot of people still speaking that language.
Yeah, that's quite a fact.
Wow. So yeah, just looking through. This you can learn a lot. Last one for this because we want to watch a video. Different species. There are 423 bird species, different mammals, reptiles, fish, butterflies. There's over almost 2,400 plant species there. Different orchids, like condor, that's a beautiful bird. Puma, look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, just some additional pictures. I mean, it's a beautiful site. I mean, look at this. I mean, it would be a great place to visit one day. So I hope you all like these fun facts and information as well. Let's kind of go to some more. I really liked this one.
Oh yeah, let's see that.
Let's check out this link really quick. So it's really short-lived. How about you take a read through this really quick?
I love that music.
Wow, look at that, beautiful. Oh yeah, can you play the music, Alex?
No, it doesn't play. Just are you able to read through it? Are you able to see that?
Yeah.
So it says, yeah. Are you able to see it, Lou?
You want me to read it? Oh, I was looking on YouTube to see if I can find Inca music. Okay, so Machu Picchu is a mix of many cultures with many different traditions, including Inca, Peruvian, and Amazon heritage. A combination of Peruvian music and dance, accompanied by the food and traditions of the ancient Incas, makes Machu Picchu a place to remember. The music that is involved in Machu Picchu is a combination. Look how colorful it is. I love those colors.
Dressing. Wow.
From Peruvian style, along with the dances that date to when the Incas still own the magnificent area of land. Below are 2 Peruvian music pictures. So that's a beautiful picture. Look at those colors, the whites and the snow and the greens, and then their costumes. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the ocarina, I've heard of the ocarina. That's one of the instruments that they use. This is the charango, so it's like a mandolin or a ukulele right there. I mean, it's a beautiful instrument.
Well, that must have come from Spain, though, right? There's no way it's too similar to European instrument.
Yep, the charango is the national instrument of Peru. It has 5 strings. It came around the end of the 17th century, taking place of the previously famous Huejela. Wow. The Antara, the flute-like. Oh, this is Antara. I've seen these instruments before.
I gotta hear that music, Alex. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube and give me
this video may have it as well. So let's see if we can hear some in this video. This is a National Geographic video.
I just love that Inca music.
Yes, yes.
So let's see if you can hear some.
first thing most of us think about when we think about Peru is Machu Picchu. That great archaeological site created by the Incas. These people built this very complex city and areas of worship in the middle of nowhere with these huge carved granite rocks that just fit together perfectly. It's an amazing architecture, and it's a vast complex, and it is so well restored. And if you can, if you choose to, get into the site as early as you possibly can. And just sit on some of these rocks and imagine what life must have been like when the Incas were thriving there. Your imagination will go wild. I've never, ever been to an archaeological site that was nearly as inspiring as Machu Picchu.
I've never seen faces of mountains like that. They deal with light in a very interesting way. And the clouds that go by, you could not help but think of this as a spiritual place.
There's no question Machu Picchu is a magnificent place to visit. However, I think what people don't fully realize is that Peru is way, way more than that.
One of the things I've always found most fascinating about Cusco and the surrounding region is that it's a living history, it's a living culture. There are still millions of people that speak Quechua as a first language in the Andes today. People still practicing their traditional beliefs, their traditional lifestyles, their social organization. It's all very much present as a living way of life in the Andes. It's not just stones and ruins, it's culture.
Unless you get down into the market area and the common area part of the city, you really don't understand it or understand the people. So we've spent a lot of time today wandering the streets and talking to the people in the shops.
What was important about this piece for me was that I met the person who did it. When I have this in my house, I will think of you. See?
Peru has some of the most extraordinary food you'll ever have. It certainly is the most diverse in South America.
The Inca civilization itself was in part focused on food and production and feeding the population, and that part of history seems to have been continued into the present day, which has convinced me at least that when I get back home I need to do a better job of tracking down some Peruvian restaurants locally.
It's just absolutely beautiful. The food is wonderful, the ease at which Lundblad, I don't think I could put a trip together like this. I mean, we didn't have to worry about anything. Everything was taken care of.
We've been exposed to the culture, both current day and historical, and I think that Lindblad folks have done a great job of giving us that opportunity, so we've been able to learn a lot more about the country itself.
The mountains, the scenery, the crafts, the people, the valleys, it is just a magnificent country.
Any last thoughts before trivia? What did you all think? What did you think, Lou, of that beautiful video?
I love that video. We also got that whistle in there too, which I really like. But one thing I got to tell you guys, and this is maybe controversial a little bit, is that I noticed this group were here that went to see the Incas, and also when I traveled in Africa years ago, I would often see a lot of seniors traveling.
Yeah,
probably they're fairly well off. And oftentimes I felt, what a wonderful experience for them, but also what a shame that young people don't get a chance to visit these places, because it'll affect them the rest of their lives, And
Feel the same way, Lou.
You don't see young people on these exotic trips. They could reap the benefits of this kind of thing for decades if they had a chance to do that. So that's all I want to share.
Thank you so much for sharing, Lou. Any last comments before trivia for today? That was, again, a beautiful video. It was just amazing to see and to see the experiences, and especially those folks in the video so happy and taking their pictures, and just the culture. It's so unique.
That was nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, you all, for coming on. And we are going to end with our trivia for today, as always. So thank you all so much for coming on and learning about Machu Picchu. And we are going to, again, go into our trivia for today. So if you would like to answer one of the trivia questions, I'll take 3 answerers for each question. At the end, we will also do a wheel and see who wins the prize out of those correct answerer. So if I could get everyone in Zoom to please raise their hand. And if you're here, if you're excited for the trivia, if you would like to participate in the trivia today, make sure that you raise your hand in Zoom. Okay, and we'll take the first 3 answers for each question. So again, keep that in mind. So I see we have about 6, 7 hands. So thank you so much. Okay, again, 3 answers for each question. Don't forget to hit lower to lower your hand, okay? Awesome, so give me 1 second to share my screen. Before our session today, I did our question numbers. So we're not doing one is pretty simple. So we're doing these 5 questions. So again, 3 answers for each question. Make sure that you raise your hand and we'll see at the end who was right and who is in the running for a snowflake ornament prize today. So our first question, again, first 3 hands, in what mountain range is the Machu Picchu located? 3 answers, please raise your hand. I'll take 3 hands. Again, we'll learn at the end which one it is. So I have 1 hand so far, thanks so much. 2 more hands for this question. 2 more hands. Okay, 3 hands, thank you so much. All right, Mr. Hero, what do you think number 2 is?
Andes.
Okay, thanks so much, Mr. Hero, appreciate it. All right, then we got Anne, what do you think it is?
Andes.
Okay, all right, and then Miss Wilda, what do you say?
Andes.
Okay, so that's 3, 4, 3 on that one. So we'll select it and come back later. So thanks so much, you 3. We'll see if that's right at the end. Next up, question number 4. Let's see. Number 4. In addition to its terraces and sophisticated water drainage system, what architectural feature is Machu Picchu widely known for? Large pyramids, precise stonework, mass graves, all houses are about the same size. So again, the first 3 answers. First 3. One second, thanks so much for your patience. Yep, 3. So we have the first 3 hands. Mr. Harold, what do you say for number 4?
Precision stone work with no mortar between stone joints.
Okay. All right. Next up is Brenda and then Geraldine. What do you say, Brenda?
Precision stonework with no mortar between the joints because they had help from extraterrestrials.
Okay, thanks. And then Geraldine, what do you say?
Well, the same thing, precision stonework with no mortar between stone joints.
Thank you, Geraldine. Yep, so for 3 for that one as well. Okay, good job. Again, you got to make sure you raise your hand to be one of the first 3. So thanks so much. We'll see if that's right at the end. Number 5, okay. Number 5, approximately how large is urban Upper Town Machu Picchu? Hint, there are approximately 200 residences in the village. Is it 5, 12, 18, or 10 square miles? That's a good one. Again, first 3 hands. Again, the more you answer, the more you have a chance at winning. So first 3 hands. We have 2 hands so far. Okay, we have 3 hands. Thanks so much, Mr. Harold. Thanks so much. What do you think it is?
5 square miles.
Okay, all right. And what do you think? What is your answer?
5 square miles.
Okay, all right. And we have Miss Thompson. What do you say?
5 square miles.
Okay, so 3 for 3. Love it, you all. So that's 3 questions. Thanks so much. We have 2 more, and we'll see who's right at the end. So we have, let's see, number 8. Here you go. The inhabitants were devastated by European disease caught from Spaniards. No one really knows, but these are all possibilities. Severe famine resulted when the population got too big, or a disastrous fire. So again, the first 3 hands for number 8. Why was Machu Picchu abandoned? Okay, we have 2 hands so far. 3 hands, thanks so much. Okay, first Brendan M. What do you say for number 8?
I'd say no one really knows, but these are all possibilities.
Okay, Brenda T, what do you say?
No one really knows, but these are all possibilities.
Alrighty now, thanks. And then Geraldine, what do you say?
Well, I say the inhabitants were devastated by European disease.
Okay, so we got a 2 out of 3, the same one, and then yeah, for that one, we're gonna figure that out. So thanks so much, you 3, appreciate it. Again, first 3 hands. So we have our last question, number 10. I think this is a hard one, so think about it. What was the name of the archaeologist who discovered the remains of Machu Picchu in the 20th century? 2 hints, he did not discover either King's Tut tomb or the ancient city of Troy. Yeah, first 3 hands. Love it. Mr. Harold, then Gracie, then Gerald.
Hiram Bingham.
Gracie, what do you say?
Hiram Bingham.
And Geraldine, what do you say?
Hiram Bingham.
Alrighty now. So let's go with Hiram Bingham. 2 out of 3 got number 8. So let's see what the answer is. So going to number 2. Well, let's just submit. I love this app or this website. It's really interesting. So there you go, Andes. You all got that right. So thanks so much for you 3. Miss Will and Mr. Harold, Miss Ann. Number 4, you all correct as well. Precision stonework. Yeah, even a playing card can't be inserted in the stones. How interesting is that? Andes, one store used in the town's construction is estimated to weigh 300 tons. How is moved in place at the top of a mountain? Wow, that's interesting, right? So good job, Mr. Harold, Miss Brendan, Miss Geraldine for number 4. Number 5, 5 square miles. So we all got that one as well. So good job, Mr. Harold, Miss Ann, Miss Brenda T. Number 8, this was the 2 for 3. No one really knows, but these are all possibilities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's all about just taking a look and learning something new. Love it. Inca Trail, partially across the old Inca city, across the Machu Picchu. Last one, let's see, number 8, and then number 10, Hiram Bingham. So we all got that one correct. So good job. I hope you all learned something new with the trivia for today. And if you give me 1 second, we are going to see who won our prize. So again, appreciate you all. Hope you did really great with trivia. So we are going to see who wins that prize. So give me a second. And I am inputting all of the initials for the winners. So again, congratulations. And wow, yeah, good job, you all. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see who wins our holiday ornament prize, the snowflake ornament prize. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see who's lucky today. And our winner is Geraldine. Congratulations, Geraldine. You won a snowflake ornament prize
I needed
today.
that ornament. I have some. I needed another one.
Congratulations. Thanks so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And once again, it was a pleasure to present with for you all and with Lou today, as always. Visit us in 2 weeks for our next lunch club travel edition, brand new country, place. And other than that, let's all say thanks to Lou for presenting, for coming on today as well. And I'll see you all at 1:30. Thanks so much, Lou. Thank you all. Congratulations,
Thanks, Alex.
Geraldine,
Thanks,
and
everybody.
have
Thanks,
a great rest of your
thanks,
day.
thanks, Alexander.
Thanks,
Great
Thank
job.
Lou.
Thank you,
Jordan.
Lou.
Blessings,
Bye,
Jordan.
everyone.
Fun
Thank
section.
So much
Bye, everybody.
fun.
Thank
So much fun
you.
today.
Bye,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Bye.
Have a good, see you
Thank
at
you,
1:30.
Geraldine. Congratulations, Geraldine.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Congratulations,
Yes,
Geraldine.
Congratulations, Geraldine.
thank you. I need that.
Yeah.